Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another Lethal's Vapor Lounge live with my favorite co-host ever, Mr. Frank Wolf. How's it going, buddy? How you doing? You look like a damn mannequin, sir. You look so weird. Anyways,
What's up?
welcome to the stream, family. How we all doing today? It's Wednesday evening again. And we're doing just fine. How was your week, Frank?
It was pretty good, actually. Like playing Dauntless, carrying Nick always, all the time, all day, every day. Do you imagine how hard is it to carry Nick? How heavy is it? He is?
Was that a fat joke?
No. It's not a literal joke. It's more like a non-literal joke. Yeah.
How heavy he is in the game to
Figuratively.
carry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you play Dauntless, you would know. So yeah.
And I do, so I do.
Yeah.
Wolf
Uh,
is froze? No, he's not. Is he?
I'm frozen.
No, he's not. I'm watching the free. He's not frozen. I'm watching the stream. Why is Wolf in the bathroom? Some ska. Nice. Thank you very much, Josh Rhodes. How we all doing? Anyways, I'm doing fantastic this Wednesday evening. I've got some good vapes. I've got some good juice. I've got the company of you guys in chat and Frank.
Hell yeah.
So what more could I ask for, right?
Yeah,
I'm
so
doing pretty damn good.
let's end the show. And yes, thank you for coming to Lethal Vapor Lounge. And no, I'm kidding. If you want Patreon Lethal Coils, go to patreon.com/clownvapes.com.
Oh, Jesus, Frank. Way to mix and mingle. Anyways, why don't you go ahead, kick us off? What are you vaping on there, Mr. Frank?
So while we're waiting, um, so I'm vaping on the Thailand with my Aquitas RDA. And dude, it's pretty awesome. I have my surf satisfying on that all day vaping. And then the Torin MechMod
Ooh, with the recoil.
with the OG recoil. I honestly I like the OG recoil. I don't
So do I, man.
OG recoil is the best. And I also have my Elf Thunder Cosmonaut combo. By the way, on the Torin, Torin with the recoil. I'm vaping Mr. J's Vapor Solution. That's Rectum Balls. It's a key lime pie, so you can get that out. And also on my Cosmonaut and El Thunder, I'm vaping on the El Jefe. It's a whole chata.
Ooh,
Whole chata flavor.
horchata.
Yeah, and the gen with the axial on top of it. I'm vaping. Actually, I'm vaping a lot of key lime pies lately. Toxic Shock by, yeah, Johnny Clouds, wherever he is. I love the guy. And lastly, definitely not the least, Vicious Ant with a Reverie and Master Sauce Gold Edition.
Very
Yeah,
nice. Very, very nice setups, dude.
very, very nice.
What do you think about that, Equitas?
The Equitas or Aquitas or however you want to
Aquitas,
pronounce it,
yeah.
since we're in we're in North America. So this is the best show, NA. No, I'm kidding. I like it. I'll be honest with you. I like it with the bottom though. The
Yeah.
bottom, the bottom airflow flip kind of thing. Yeah,
Yep. I have mine flipped up right now, but I do usually use it with the bottom setting.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
I like
I
it with the bottom.
will talk about that in just a few, Sonic. Um, but yeah, so I've got some stuff that I'm vaping on. I've got some
What
older
stuff?
setups, like stuff that people have seen me on for a while now. The drag one with Twisted Messes TM24 Pro, that will probably never separate.
Yep.
Um, I've got the Enforcer with the BTFC on top there. I believe that was a Fagan, a Fagan design.
No, it's a mic fix.
The BTFC is not a Mike Vapes.
No, it's a
No, it
Fagan.
is
I'm just
Fagan.
kidding.
It is Fagan. Yeah, I thought so. That is a Fagan thing. What else do I have? We've got the Aquitas on top of the Suicide Queen Don't know if that's going to show up very well at all.
Ooh wee.
Nope, it's not going to focus in. Damn camera.
It's the camera's fault. I call user error.
Yeah, probably. Er, which way are we going? There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's her with the Aquitas on top there. In that, I'm actually running some of my boy's juice, Mr. Joe Jolly's Myth. Come on.
Nice. Myth.
It's not going to do it. Damn camera. Anyways, next up, we've got the Rig Pig with the Rig V2 RDA on top. And look at it. Look at it focus right now. Look at it focus there. And it doesn't want to focus any other time. With the Rig V2 RDA on top there. In that, I'm running some Blue Snobler from Bakery. Bake RY. Bakery. In the Equitas, I already told you, I'm running Joe Jolly's Myth, which is a... it's a berry parfait with ice cream. In the BTFC, what am I rocking? We've got the Pancake House Blueberry Flapjacks going on there. And in the Twisted Messes TM24 Pro, I've got a new juice that I decided to try, Steadfast Chino, which is a caramel cappuccino.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good, too. And next up on the juice list to try out is this one. You mentioned a horchata. This one's called Churro Cabra Border Treat. It's a cinnamon churro with horchata ice cream.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that one out.
That I want to try.
Absolutely. Hey, Two Jews, what's going on? No worries, Bald Sonic. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. Jenny Tull, how are you? How's everybody doing this Wednesday evening? That's what I've got going on for vape stuff, man. How's your week been productively? How was your show last week?
We didn't have a show last week because, health reasons.
Oh, okay.
For myself. I usually call a mental health break just because, sometimes it's good to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you've seen my Twitter, by the way, which is usually calling out Mr. Mark DeWine and Kumo and Whitmer,
Baker.
just call them out. Baker, yeah, and recently, Isley from Washington. So yeah, there's that too. And Rashida Tlaib. I like calling her out. So there's that. The Twitter battles. And then, yeah.
Twitter
Pure
battles.
Dauntless. If you haven't seen us play Dauntless, how I carry Clown Vapes and Daily Vape TV, you can catch that at Friday, man.
On Slightly Buzzed,
Yeah.
on Slightly Buzzed Twitch channels.
Nate
And
Jones, what's up?
I might even play again with you guys and stream it as well.
I might play later. Depends. How was your week doing?
My week was all right. I've been sore. My back's been acting up, but I've had to get a lot of stuff done outside, get prepped for winter because it's starting to drop in temp pretty quickly here. So I've been busy with a lot of that stuff. As you guys saw, I uploaded a video today. Sad to say, I recorded that video probably about a year ago.
Ooh.
And I completely forgot to edit and upload it. So I ended up doing that today. Not much else has been going on this week for me. I had oh, no, that's actually a lie. That's a lie. Something big happened the day after our show last week.
What happened?
That was the day of the protest. That was the day of the rally in Boston at the State House.
Speaking of the rally, let's do this. Why I got booted out of Zoom. Well, sorry, Clown. My account. You don't have any saves. But, no, I'm kidding.
If he wants to join us, he's more than welcome to.
Yeah, so, basically, essentially what happened is the protests in Massachusetts happened last Thursday. Tell us a couple of details, will you?
What happened in the protest?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's how my day went. Um, Obviously, got up, got on the train, went into Boston. Walked around a bit. Once we were there, we had to go pretty early, so we had to wait around a while. But once people started showing up, we met up with a couple of guys, 3 guys that had rode their motorcycles in all the way from Ohio just for the rally,
Mm-hmm.
which was amazing. I couldn't have even imagined doing that just to come to the rally for Boston.
Yep.
But a lot of the people there were shop owners. A lot of people were also customers as well.
Yep.
But oh, he was using it for recording. Lol. Oh, sorry about that, clown. Um, oh, I see what happened. All right, never mind. That's going off of topic. But we had about 100 people show up. We should have had a lot more, considering all of the business owners that have been put out of work, all of the employees that have been laid off, or not laid off, but fired outright because they have no place to work. The shops are shut down. So, but we had about 100 people show up. Dr. Michael Siegel of Boston University, he showed up as well.
Nice.
We had probably about 7 different television and newspaper media networks there show up, taking pictures, interviews, doing little stories, and everybody was talking very, very professionally. They were all very positive about vaping, and as we know the media does, they twisted it all. They made it look negative again, and that kind of pissed me off. But as far as Thursday went, it was good. It was a okay turnout. Yeah, I mean, it's not much to say. We got heard by a few people, just citizens walking around town, stop and ask us what we were doing, what the protest was for. They didn't know a lot about vaping, so they were asking us questions. We were answering them professionally and accurately, with the proper information, the information that everybody should be getting. But yeah, I mean, it was an overall good experience for me. It's my first protest that I've ever been to, so it was something to see. And I wish that it could have been a lot larger, but yeah, that is what it is. We didn't exactly have a lot of planning involved on this one. We didn't have a lot of time from the start of planning to the date. It just kind of happened very, very quickly.
So, do you think that this, and I'm just asking your perspective because I'm not there, right? But do you think that this protest was successful for you guys to get your voice out there and be able for, let's say, office officials,
Mm-hmm.
for you to get your word that vaping is 95 to 97% healthier or a less harmful device than combustible tobacco?
I'm sorry, 1 second. I just had a message that I have to reply to. Repeat the question again there for me, bud.
So, do you think that this protest was actually successful for you to be able to reach out your voice and opinions on
Somewhat.
vaping?
Somewhat.
Hmm?
Somewhat. On the aspect that I was able to reach non-vapors, and they weren't smokers, but they were non-vapors, and be able to reach them with the appropriate and the appropriate and accurate information, as opposed to the half truths that they're seeing on the media and in the papers. Okay. That was the biggest thing for me, as successful as it could have been in my eyes. Do I think it changed anyone's mind? Do I think it really made a move? No.
Yep.
No. Not really at all. They were out on the balconies. The politicians were out on the balcony of the State House taking pictures, staring, and we were chanting. We were holding up our signs, and they did nothing but turn their back on us and walk back inside. So, it is what it is. We tried. We did something.
Yeah. It's always better to. It's always good to see like people actually joining like a cause, and especially like voicing yourself out there, where it's a tough environment. Let's be honest on that, because not only do you not see like, let's say for example, a cause that's kind of like feeling that you're defeated,
Yeah.
but a cause that actually saves lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those important things that I like when, oh yeah, there's a rally actually that's going on, and I'm happy to join it because this is
Something worth fighting
like,
for.
yeah, and not just worth fighting for, it saves lives. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I mean. Saving lives is a cause worth fighting for.
Yep.
Look who it is. Oh, he's muted. He's muted. Yeah, there you are. Now we can hear you.
Oh, what up?
What's going on, Derek? How are you, my friend?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just got a stomach bug tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man, that's not good.
It happens. It's that
Just
season.
come on like nothing, right?
Yeah, man. 'Tis the season.
That is correct,
True.
sir. Well, we were
going on?
just not much, man. Just shooting the shit, kind of hanging out. It's kind of why we call it the lounge. It's just a really chilled show. Talk about whatever. But now that you're here, why don't you go ahead and show the folks what you're vaping on tonight?
I'm vaping on the Unicorn V2 RDA that just came out on the Vert Mech Mod.
Ooh.
That's what I got right now in my hand. Everything else is downstairs. But yeah, it's vaping pretty nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That looks sharp, man. That's clean. Real clean.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you already saw the beauty at the rally.
Oh, absolutely, man.
You know it.
Love it.
And our lovely Frank Wolf here, our co-host, he set his up tonight as well.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is actually like one of the RDAs that I frequently use. So when I first bought it, I was actually like in love with it because I felt the easy installation and the airflow design was just like awesome in this one. And I always use it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, like I told you, I liked it so much. I went, I need to move the logo from off of Ambitionz. I've got 3 of them, man. I liked it so much, I went out and got 3 of them.
Oh, nice, man. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it, dude.
Well, thank you for making a quality product, brother.
Yeah, man. Anytime, dude. That was what I wanted to do for a while. I wanted, some people like top airflow, some people like bottom airflow, some people like side airflow. I technically wanted to do, I would say that's more side and bottom than top and bottom, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty good idea. Hellvape helped me with the idea on how to implement it to flip. I wanted to do top and bottom, and I needed. They definitely helped me implement it so you could flip it. But yeah, I wanted a nice poster style deck that wasn't too complicated. That was nice and simple, but also very conductive.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I'm happy you're enjoying the IDA as much as I do, because I still vape on that thing all the time. It's my favorite.
Yeah, you got that new cap too.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah, and I still have it.
I had that Cerakoted by Vape Exchange LLC.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I still have mine set up the way we were taking a look at it at the rally, and I got to tell you, I'm actually enjoying it better than wide open.
Really?
Yeah.
So I saw that you like it bottom airflow more than the side.
Yep. And now
Yeah.
I've got it up the side now.
Yeah, I think the bottom's a little bit. I think it's got more airflow
Mhm.
on bottom than side.
Yep.
But if you put the coils really close to the post and you have the coils almost touching, and you put it on the side top with just a smidge closed down, man. I just can't get enough of it.
Absolutely. What is?
Absolutely, brother.
There we go. There we go, kid. Now you're a fellow masshole too, bro.
Yeah.
I've found a lot of people from Mass that are in the vape community lately.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. When I'm on the street going to work, and like I'm downtown Boston, so I see a lot of people like walking around, getting off the train, commuting to work. I see a lot more every day of like vapors, and I kind of like peep what they're vaping on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some of them, a few far in between. Some of them have like an RTA or a sub ohm tank on top, but a lot of them are like jewels, pods,
Yeah.
which is good. I mean, I'd rather have them vaping on anything than cigarettes. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it's starting to grow. It's starting to get a lot more, definitely more mainstream. And I feel like the more the government's trying to pacify or take it away from us is because the more people are actually doing it,
Yeah.
True.
which
Yep.
is, obviously common sense, but
Right. They're losing tobacco money.
absolutely.
That's what it comes down to, and it's just sickening. And I've said it probably 100 times before. It's a sad day and age when the government was sworn to protect us and our rights cares more about the color of money than the people that are dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a sad state of affairs, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better anytime soon.
No, it's a sad. It's I like don't even want to post any more advocacy about it, just because I'm just so pissed off about the whole thing, and I don't want to say anything, because if I do anything, usually like on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, I usually tag like the CDC if I'm talking about them, or I tag Charlie Baker, or I tag whoever the case may be. I just don't want to come off as like one of them, like massholes. You know what I mean? I don't want to come off like that, so I try to back off, and it's just I'm just so tired of it, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You hear about it over and over and over again, and eventually it's like, I got to take a break.
Yep.
I gotta take a break. I'm getting burnt out from all the advocacy, all of the the negative news. It's just burning me out, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there myself.
Yeah, there's so much. Like every day I do like a nice little Google of current events of vaping.
Right.
And it's just something new every day about what I like to see now, though. They're starting to put the THC. A couple people that I talk to and stuff, that some people are getting like a little bit upset that I guess all the now it's kind of going off vaping nicotine, and now it's going on to like the THC black market cartridges, which to me, in my opinion, in a lot of other people's opinion, is the main culprit, is the only culprit to the actual issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard some other views that it's not even. Some people were saying it's not even the THC that's the culprit, and I'm like, well, then who is it? It has to be, But some views, some other people, I won't mention any names, but they think that it's not even got to do with that, and I'm like,
of course it has to do with that.
What could it be? Of course it's that.
Yeah.
Not saying that THC vaping, or using THC in a is bad or anything. If you get it from a legitimate website or a legitimate brick and mortar store, it's not gonna, hopefully not have the carcinogens in it, and there's nothing wrong with using THC, but the black market cartridges are the ones that they're putting vitamin E oils in it to grow their profits,
Yep.
And that's what it's all about. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
They're using vitamin E acetate as a cutting agent, which is very well known to leave an oil residue on the inside of your lungs when inhaled. It's been
Yeah,
known, and that's. You think the legal carts too? They're putting vitamin E acetate in? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. RC7007.
yeah. I don't think so either. I think it's but I mean we don't have any I mean we don't have any like evidence of that, but I would like to see like the medical documents of these people that are sick, you know, which I don't even think they're actually going to come out. Like it's even the CDC has said it's the THC black market cartridges with the vitamin E acetate, but like why don't they start adding the medical results and lab results from the people that got sick and letting everybody know, hey, this is the cause of it, whatever it is, mostly vitamin E acetate, so people know. Because I walk down the street, in Boston, and I'm vaping, and the guy stops and says, "Hey, stop doing that. That shit's gonna kill you." And I'm like, dude, like, I don't. It's not their fault. It's the media's fault. And it's just so. Oh, I'm just so tired of it, man. I'm just so tired of it.
Absolutely. If there are carts coming from dispensaries, not just like vape shops, they need to come from legit dispensaries, THC dispensaries. That's when you're going to know you're getting what. Yeah, they make them in ISO labs with the proper ingredients. That's what go into dispensaries. But don't get them from a vape shop or a head shop. I would never buy those carts, ever.
Yeah. Right.
Right. But if they're coming from stores that have it, then it's one of those black market things. I mean, people are making this stuff, and that you can put anything you want into any shop,
Right.
and just say it is what it is. But end of the day, it's like clown vapes. If it's too good to be true, buyer beware.
Yep.
Right.
But because they're not charging dispensary prices at head shops and vape shops for those cardos either.
You would know.
Right.
There's no way they're charging dispensary prices. But
no, my father gets them. My father uses them a lot, and he gets them from a buddy of mine. I think they're like $35 for one. And I told him, I was like, hey, man, I know like a mutual friend of ours that we golf together gets them and sells them to him. And sometimes he'll give me the money and I'll get it for him, bring it home to him. But I was like, hey, man, like I let them both know, like I might not buy that anymore until this gets worked out. And you might want to check your supply of where you get them from, because I had to let them know, like, what this is going on.
Yeah.
People like dying and stuff. So I just be careful of that, And he was, my father used it. He didn't get sick or anything, But
how long has he been using the cardos?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't even risk it. I wouldn't even risk it for the biscuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. How long has he been using cardos though?
He's I'd say about a year or two. I got him into the cardos actually because he smokes, weed and I'd see him like he'd be coughing up a storm, and I was like, why don't you try these things out? It's they're more chill, more conspicuous. You don't take as much in. Right. And maybe it'll work for you, and it did, But now I'm like, hey,
yeah,
you might wanna watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. So. You got to be careful where you get them from. But I mean, he's been doing it. He's been using them for this long, and no health issues. So there's got to be, there are good ones out there. There are obvious.
I feel like that's playing Russian roulette, though. You know what I mean?
RC7007, I wholly agree with that. If you're going to vape it, you should dry burn it. Not dry burn it, rather. You should be vaping it out of like a PAX 3, out of an oven that actually vapes it, not, something like the ICOS that actually burns it. Yep. I think that's a great idea. I don't really like the idea of vaping THC oils myself out of cartomizers. That's my personal opinion. but
Yeah.
I think that those are two very, very good alternatives to vaping THC cardos. But people like what they like, and people are going to use what they use. I just hope that they're careful about it and safe.
Yeah, because I mean, now I feel like it's Russian roulette if you're going to be using them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
like if I was a THC user and I use carts, I don't think I'd use them anymore. Period. You know, I'd go on to maybe a different form of some sort.
Right.
You know, I remember back in the day. You know, they used to have these when I was in college. This was a while ago, but you know, the THC formulated in honey, and you used to do, you know,
Oh,
it's more of the body high than the
yep.
actual smoking high. But you know, those were good back in the day. You know.
I do.
Yeah.
So, Derek, why don't we
Yo,
hear a little bit about your story? How did you get into vaping?
how'd I get into vaping? It was about five. I think it was about 5 years ago, and This was when it was starting to, you know, this was the Kanger Tech Mini uh,
The sub box minis and
era.
stuff?
Yep, the Kanger Tech Mini era. Um, I started working at this place in Natick called MathWorks, and there was a guy that worked there called Jonathan. And you know, before I went there, I started seeing like vaping things kind of popping up. No, it wasn't like mainstream like it is, but you know, it was kind of underground. And I kind of got whiff of it, and I was like, oh, you know, that maybe that will work. You know, I was kind of like looking into it a little bit, but I wasn't really, you know, going for it. And then when I went to that job and I started working there, me and this guy, Jonathan, became friends. And I'd go out to smoke, and he'd go out to vape. And I'm like, what the hell? What are you using? And he told me, and he introduced me to like Grim Green, YouTube channel, and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, so I got some information from him, and he told me kind of like what to get, where to go. And I tried the Kanger Tech Mini. It didn't work for me at all. I was smoking cigarettes while I was using the Kanger Tech Mini. And then you know, this was back in the thing that got me off smoking was a Plumevale version 1 clone from Tobacco.
Oh my
That was
God.
that was so I got that, and then I got a Canamod 30 watt. So it wasn't the DNA mod, it was the ripoff of the DNA. It was the Canamod 30 watt ripoff. And I put the plume veil on top. The guy told me, order some cotton, order some wire. I'll show you how to wrap it. I'll show you how to wick it. He showed me the whole thing. And I put a single coil in it. And as soon as I hit that, I was like, oh, I was just done with cigarettes from there on. So,
Yeah.
so that's what got me going. And then when I started vaping, I'm talking like maybe 2 weeks. Once I stopped smoking, I started up a YouTube channel. I started up my YouTube channel, right out of the gate. Like I quit smoking. I found out how awesome it was, and I was like, people need to know about this, man. This is crazy. So I just started doing videos with my TV in the background, with like, you know, friggin' a broomstick in the background, and just started doing videos, man. And I just kind of quit smoking, started vaping, and started my channel all at the same time, which was like 5 years ago.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
It's
And
actually
the juice that got me off the cigarettes was Cutwood Sugar Bear.
the sugar drizzle.
It's called Sugar Drizzle now, but back
It
then
used to be
called
Sugar Bear. Right.
Yeah. And I love that. So then I started getting the unicorn milk, and then I started getting the monster melons, that stuff, and then, you know, Boss Man Reserve. The Cutwood line did it for me all the way. So I got to give a big ups to Cutwood for helping me get off the cigarettes for sure.
Absolutely. Big ups to them.
Absolutely.
Defo.
How'd you get off?
Well, my daughter came up to me when she was 5. She's no, she was 6. She's 13 now, and she told me she wanted me to quit smoking. And It was hard for the first few years. I was on again, off again, on again, off again, until probably about 3.5 years ago now. I've been pretty much solely vaping. I did fall back once, but that was for a few months. And then I decided that I was finally done for good, crushed up my last pack of butts, and said, you know what, see you later. And like you, I feel for you here because once I got into vaping, that when I decided that I was done for good, I decided that I was going to start my YouTube channel and do my first 30-day vlog of what it was like from the day I quit smoking until 30 days later, and just kind of document the journey I went through and how it affected me in my life.
That's a good idea.
You know, that's what I thought. That's what did it for me. And
What was the device that got you off fully?
my first device was
Well, no, not the first device. The device that worked for you.
the device that worked for me was my at the time it was okay. The Wismec Predator 228 and my recoil, my OG recoil, were what got me off.
Really?
Yep.
So an RDA with a mod is what got you
Yep.
off.
Yep.
That's
I couldn't
funny.
I couldn't do the sub-ohm tanks. My first kit was the Smock Stick V8 with the big baby beast.
Really?
And I couldn't do it. I mean, I did it. I stomached through it, but once, like you said, once you took a pull off of a dripper, it was never the same. It was never the same after that.
No.
So,
Wow, that's crazy. I thought I was like the only one that actually quit off of an atomizer, like an IDA with a mod.
yeah,
That's crazy.
that was the one
Wow.
that made me succeed. That was the
Wow.
one.
I try to get people that like I got people at work that use like the Juul.
Yep.
And I got another person that uses like a sub-ohm tank, and they're like, I think I'm gonna go back to smoking, and like they're like on the fence. And I'm like, dude, like I'll give you an IDA, I'll give you a mod, I'll give you some coils, some cotton, I'll show you how to wrap the damn thing. I'm telling you, try it out before you go back. I think it will work for you.
yeah.
And they're like, that's a lot. I gotta wrap my own. They don't want to do all the.
Yeah.
We've
We've become lazy. As a society, we've become very lazy. We want it all done for us.
Right. But if you think about it, like when you're smoking cigarettes, you just lighten it up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So when you hear about vaping, you're like, damn, I gotta do all this bullshit, like just the, not. Oh, I'm sorry if I swore, but not just to stop smoking. They're like, I don't want to do all that. It's like, dude, if you just give it a shot and, you kind of, it could turn into a hobby or, you just kind of.
You never know unless you try. You never know
Right.
unless you try. That's it. You can't
Exactly.
say you don't like something if you've never tried it before.
Exactly. My daughter does that all the time. I go, try this food. Nah, I'm good. I don't like. You never tried it? I don't like this. I don't like the looks of it, or I don't like the smell of it. Like, come on, you gotta try that.
Right.
Try first.
And what about you, Frank? You want to tell your story?
So basically, like on my end, it's like you have those university students that are scent conscious, and that if you smell like ashtray, they get massive headaches. Basically, like that's what happened to me. It's like people have a lot of scent conscious, even at work right now. So, what's up, Egghead Rocks? So basically, what happened was a guy gave me, and he was just wanting to like dispose it for some reason. I don't know. And I told him, I'll take it. It was an iStick 10-watt device. And I was happy with 10 watts, by the way, FYI, at that time. Yeah. And then it came to a point when I was happy with vaping, but when I moved from the Philippines to Canada, I started smoking again. So that happened. And then afterwards, I got a friend who's also vaping. The first RDA was the Freak Show and the setup was the MVP3.
Nice.
Basically, I was happy with like vaping 30 watts for some reason that I was, the older devices that I had was like only 10 watts, and then this is like 3 times better. So that's one of the key things for me, because in the music school there was also people who smoke, and people were actually, some of them were scent conscious. So I was like, I'm gonna try this one out, because I mean, I used to vape like sub-ohm tanks and they weren't working for me. So I tried an RDA, and actually like a shop recommended it to me. So I was even so happy to just learn it. I mean, in the first place, like when my coil was pretty like ganky, and you know when to change your column now, right? But afterwards you just never turn back to smoking again. So that worked for me.
Nice. I remember the Freak Show.
I have the mini.
I remember that was back in the day when Watofo was a totally different company.
Yeah.
You know, now they blew up and they're black and green, and they got nice packaging, and they're all doing collaborations with these big YouTubers. Yeah, that was back in the day, man. They used to say remember when they started using the peak insulator from Germany?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They always have it on the description of the box.
Yep.
You know.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Now I think that as far as industry wise, I think that Watofo and what was the other company I was just thinking about? They've kind of taken it. Hell Vape. Thank you. As far as RDAs and atomizers are concerned, I think that they've kind of hit the nail on the head lately. They've been coming out with some good products.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think it all started with the Dead Rabbit with Billy.
Yep.
My boy Ethan, you know?
Well, I think it started with the Aquitas. That came out first, didn't it?
No.
No?
The
Red Rabbit
came
was
out
first.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got my Aquitas before I got my rabbit, so.
No, that's funny. That's funny, man. Yeah, they've been blowing up with doing a lot of products and stuff, for sure.
Nice. Egghead Rock says he quit with a flavor, peanut butter. I've had a few peanut butters.
Yeah, they hit or miss.
That's what I was gonna say. It really depends on who it's coming from, because it's hard to do a peanut butter, just like chocolate. It's hard to do a good chocolate.
Yep. You know who makes a really good peanut butter is Vaporgate.
Vaporgate?
The MFPB.
I'll have to try
Really
that.
good peanut butter, man. It's just peanut butter. So what I used to do with that was mix it with like a jam. What was that jam called? It was
Not Jam Monster.
no, it was before that. I think it was called Just Jam. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Just
They have,
Jam.
like,
They've
the
got it
whole-
over in the UK.
Yep. I used to mix it with that, and oh my god, it was so good, so good. You know.
Oh, it's.
But
What was the first juice that got me to quit though? You're from Mass, so you might remember these guys. You remember Cold Fusion?
Cold Fusion? No, I don't think so.
They made a juice on their first line, Snake Bite. They were local. They started local here in Mass, and they had a juice called Snake Bite. It was an awesome cinnamon custard.
Nice.
Oh, it was delicious. That's what got me off. That's what got me to quit smoking.
Yeah, absolutely. There was another. There was a company, I think, in North Shore Vaper.
Mm-hmm.
Before they got kind of big, I used to go. I don't know how I ended up bumping into these guys or how I ended up at their shop, but I went to Malden. They had a shop. I forget the name of the shop, but it was North Shore Vaper before they were North Shore Vaper, and they had a vape shop. The guy that was there at the State House, he was there.
Yeah.
And his father was beefing with that dude.
Is that who that was?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I met him at his shop. I think it was called it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the name of the shop, but he was selling stuff, and this was like when I was starting to learn. This was when like pre-made coils were coming out, and they were like doing builds behind the store, and they were like making juice behind the counter, and they made this Swedish fish. You probably know of it now, but this was like before it made it to where it is now. They were just making it like,
Was that
in the
CK?
back room at the vape shop, and it was fire. It was like dead on Swedish Fish, and now they are who they are today. But
Is that CK?
yeah, that's the dude that his father was the one trying to fight that other guy.
That's the dude from CK?
CK, what's CK?
Candy King?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I was asking, if that was the same company.
Oh, I'm not sure. What is, you think Candy Kings and North Shore Vapors the same company?
I don't know if they sold the stuff over. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, interesting.
Because they make a Swedish Fish too, but that's not a company I really promote too much. Just
no. If you Google North Shore Vapor Swedish Fish e-juice, I think it should pop up. Let me see if it pops up. I got my computer right behind me. Let me see. North Shore Vapor Swedish Fish e-juice.
Egghead says it was the peanut butter feeling in the mouth that somehow satisfied the urge. Very nice.
Huh.
Very nice.
Mine was like the throat hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was it. Because I didn't get that from the sub-ohm tanks. I didn't get that from the sub-ohm tanks at all. Once I hit that, the atomizer though, the RDAs, that's when it started in, and I'm like, yep, this is where I need to be. But then I started actually took it from there, and obviously started with my plain round wire builds. But then I started getting into building, and now I can make my own coils now.
So these are the guys that brought you icing on the flakes,
Oh yes.
and they made that cake batter dough.
Yep.
And that sugar cookie dough.
Yep.
But
Ooh.
I don't see the Swedish Fish on this site. I don't. Maybe they called it something different. I don't know. Huh. Interesting.
No, I do remember all of those. That sugar cookie dough, that cake batter dough. I do remember those. Very, very familiar to me. Ball Sonic says his was the throat hit and Silica Wicks and PG destroying my throat with the Aspire CE4. Silica Wicks. No, thank you. I tried that once. Oh, it was a horrible experience.
Gross.
On the K-Fun Light. Oh, K-Fun Light for life, he says.
K-Fun Light for life. I got the K-Fun Light 2019. That thing's pretty dope.
Is
To
it?
be honest. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ah.
I don't
I
like
have to try
mouth to
one.
lung, but that one's good.
I have, what do I have for mouth to lung? I thought I had it right here. I don't, though. I've got
I only have one.
the True Tank from EH Pro. Single coil, mouth to lung. Really nice. Really nice flavor out of that. I got to try it with, like, Freebase nicotine liquid, because I've been using it strictly with Nic salts. So I'm going to have to rebuild it.
I don't vape. I don't really like vaping on Nic salt.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I feel like I just.
The only time I really do
I
is
don't know if it's like good for you or bad for you, or I don't know. Something about the Nic salt. It's just I don't know.
the name of it. The name of it just puts you off.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they dilute it in a different solution as well, right?
Yep. It makes me more irritant for some reason. I don't know. It's just something in the Nic salt.
And it hits you faster than the Freebase.
Right.
Yep.
So if you're
Yeah,
a chain
it's like
vapor like me, you're going to nick yourself out real quick.
Right. Like I don't like switching up the delivery system on the nicotine. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like salt nic. I like sometimes I use it in a review to do like pod reviews and whatnot, but
Yep.
you won't catch me like vaping it, on a daily, like all day.
Right.
But
Well-
to each is their own. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't really know
Yeah.
enough of it to really.
It's not something you're willing to delve into. Yep. I totally get that. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but we do need to address this because it was asked earlier in the chat. Washington, yes, Washington has fallen. They passed the flavor ban this
5-0.
afternoon, 5-0. It was
Really?
unanimous. Yep. So, big love to everybody out in Washington. I know Vaping with Ken is out there. I know he works at the shop.
Sonic's in there too.
Yep, Balsonics is out there. A question for Ambitionz: how did you deal with the fallout?
The fallout of what? The ban?
I'm thinking so.
Yep.
Well, I knew it was coming because Massachusetts is like the worst freaking state in the country.
Mhm.
So I knew they were going to do more than just ban the flavors. I contacted my wholesalers, people that I do regular business with, Prohibition Juice Co. And I just ordered all my juice that I love in a bulk amount to last me about 6 months.
Nice.
So that's what I did. I helped a few people out that wanted the same juice that I wanted, which was Ride and Shotgun from Prohibition, some Syntax, and I just a couple other flavors that I like, and I just ordered in bulk.
Yeah.
And got it shipped to my house. So because they stopped sales online, they stopped everything.
Well, yeah, for people in Mass, then they made an amendment to the ban where now they allow B&Ms and wholesalers and distributors to sell online and over the phone, but only to people out of state. You cannot be a Mass resident, which does
What?
nothing. Exactly.
Yeah,
It
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
Doesn't
do
make any sense.
anything. It does
It
not
does
help
not
our
make-
cause at all.
Nope. That sounds fishy.
Yep. That sounds very fishy.
Really fishy.
Yep.
What's the point of that? I don't understand that.
I have no clue, my friend. No clue. I've been
Wow.
trying to question that myself, just trying to
even-
find a reason why that would make sense, and it just doesn't.
And even if you implement that, like, how many people outside of your state actually buys online from a B&M in Mass? Like,
Well, like-
that's way too difficult for.
The nature of a B&M is that it's strictly local business
Yep.
for the
Right.
most part. So they're not going to have out-of-state customers. So who's going
I
to
think
know
that-
that they sell online at all?
I think they're trying to give them an outlet, like so they're not looking like, oh, we gave you guys a chance to sell your inventory. I think that's why they might have done it.
Yeah.
Maybe what
As
I
an
mean?
excuse,
That's-
like, hey, we gave you something.
Yeah.
If your business failed, that's on you.
right. That's all I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
Um,
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, so something we didn't experience at the protest in Boston. My buddy Balls Sonic was there, and he messaged me on Facebook earlier after the everything had happened, and he had told me about something that happened there, that there were youth vapors that were there to try and advocate. And we're
Really?
talking like 6th and 8th graders.
What?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I didn't see him there.
Did you go to Washington?
Oh, I think you meant
No. We
locally.
didn't have that experience. We didn't have that happen
No.
at the protest, but they did over in Washington today. Like, do you really think that's going to help the cause?
Not at all.
Why are you even there? That's just going to
Oh.
hurt everything we're fighting for.
Yeah, it's gonna make it look really bad.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That-
What do you
wow,
wanna
people
bet
are
they were-
just really stupid, huh?
What do you want to bet they were paid to show up?
Possibly.
You know?
Possibly. I could definitely see that.
That would just, oh. Man, I've lost a lot of faith in this government anyways.
I've lost. This was like the last straw for me. I
Yeah.
was losing it already, and then this happened. I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
is blatant. It's everything. Anything to do in this country specifically is to do with money. Anything that goes on, politics, non-politics.
Yep.
This country is a business, and it's about money.
Yep.
Anything that they do, any bill they pass, anything that it's about money. And I think people hopefully realize that, and if they don't, they need to realize that.
Oh, they were from tobacco-free kids. Okay, that
Huh.
makes sense.
Now that makes a lot more sense.
Yep,
Mm.
that gives them a purpose to be there. Still, even still, that's a low blow.
Yeah. They're going to do low blows all the time to get rid of vaping
Yep.
so that people go back to cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad.
Yep.
It's sad, you know?
It is.
And and the politicians are going to be paying the price because people are going to vote and people are going to not vote.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to vote at all.
I know.
And people say, dude, what's wrong with you? Why would you say something stupid like that? And I go,
Right.
what? I have a vote between a shitty politician and another shitty politician? You know, like,
That's why I vote for the third guy on the ballot.
yeah, it's, if I wish we could, like, pick somebody out of the country to be the president. Kind of like you have to do jury duty,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Something needs to change because
This ain't working.
It's not working. It's just not working at all.
No, they're taking away all the rights that they were sworn to protect, and now we're no longer land of the free, home of the brave. We're land of the oppressed and home of the enslaved. You know.
Yep. And the more bills they pass, is the more money they can get.
Yep.
You know, like a lot of the bills they pass, there's some sort of fee or there's some sort of money trail to it.
Yep.
You know, really anything, you know?
Absolutely.
Land of the band.
And I think the more exposure the MSA gets to the public, the more people are going to realize, oh my gosh, maybe this does have to do with money.
Yeah.
You know, I think the more the MSA gets out there to people that don't know about it, they're going to see it and be like, oh, that makes some sense now.
Yeah, I mean, how is it not about money? You know, like if you try to look, how is it not about money?
Right.
It's just, oh man, I get so depressed talking about politics. I'm not a type of guy that talks about politics because I don't even like watch the news. People say, "Oh, did you see what's on the news?" Nah, I don't watch the news. They go, "What?" I'm like, dude, do you not get it? How do you not
You'll be
get
more
it?
depressed.
Absolutely.
You'll be more depressed if you watch the news.
But like CNN has an angle, a narrative to what they're trying to tell you. Fox News has a narrative and an angle they want to tell you.
NBC.
Everybody has an angle to it, and the more people watch, the more they get paid.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's
that's
what it's about.
You saw it.
That's all it's about.
Me and Wolf, we were talking about the rally earlier in the show, and you saw it. Everybody, well, you came a little bit later, but everybody that was talking to the media, they were all very professional, very positive about things, very assertive, not aggressive, but assertive about their concerns about the industry and what this ban's going to do to everybody. But they were very polite about it and very positive about vaping. And as the media often does, we saw it that afternoon. It wasn't even a full 24 hours after the protest, and we heard how they had twisted everything and made it look negative again. So, you know,
cut and editing. Editing's king.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, just like
that's messed up.
Just like that guy from last week, you know, that made a video that he was interviewed by a news station, and he had gone through everything with her, telling her what had happened, why he was in the hospital, why he was on this machine, you know, saying specifically black market THC cartomizers the whole time. They cut and pasted that whole interview, left all of that out, and he was upset. So he made his own video talking about it and actually going through, like, side by side with the article being played next to him. Like, what I actually said after that was this, this, and this. And he was not happy about that at all. Yeah,
Right.
avoid the camera.
Right.
Absolutely. 5 news agencies there. I avoided them. Good, man. Good. Absolutely. With you saw the small turnout we had. It was kind of hard for anybody to really avoid the media there. There were so many of them.
Yeah. I know.
It was
I
tight.
wish more people turned up on that
Mhm.
at the State House. I wish
I think
more
it was
people
rushed.
showed up. You know.
I think it was rushed. I feel like if we had
Yeah.
planned it longer, farther out, we could have had a much larger turnout, I think. Um,
Yeah.
but where
Yeah.
it
I
really,
think they announced it late too. I think they announced it like last minute because I
yeah.
was looking.
Well, it
and
was
I
supposed
couldn't
to be
find
Monday.
anything, and then all of a sudden,
It was supposed to be that Monday is when everybody started getting on board. Like, oh yeah, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. So it was supposed to be Monday when we did it, but Monday came and we were told, wait, we're holding off, but we'll let you know when the date is. And turns out the next day they were like, okay, it's going to be in 2 more days. Like, it kind of got really, really rushed. So,
It did.
yeah.
you know, I feel like if we'd had maybe a month to plan ahead, we could have had a much larger turnout.
And I wish they let people in to give like a testimony or something too. You know,
Yeah.
that would have been helpful.
Well,
like all the others, like New York did, and like the other states did.
Chris, the most important thing, last meeting held 10 to 15 people showed up. This meeting packed room 234 people. Damn nice. That is an awesome turnout. That's great, man. I mean, you could have had a lot more too, but 234 is more than we had at the protest. That's not a small number. So, big love, man. So what do you got coming up on your channel this week, Mr. AV?
Oh man, I got the Gata RTA by QP Designs.
Nice.
What else do I got? The Double Up RTA by GoForVape.com. And I think I got like a pod stick by Vaporesso.
Nice.
Nice.
I think I seen something about that pod stick.
I got a lot of other things I gotta do, but it's so tough, man. I gotta go to work, come home, record. I record on the weekend. I try to batch it out now, and then I edit, at night during this time,
Right.
and then post it the next day.
Absolutely.
But I got a lot of mech mods coming up. I got some IDAs coming up. It's busy.
Yeah.
Busy, man.
Absolutely.
Trying to stay with it.
Life, man. Life.
Add the advocacy in each video. Try to get the awareness out on each video, and
do your part, man. You're doing your part.
Do my part.
It's all we can do.
Trying to.
We have to fight and fight and fight. And I said this, when the ban happened, I was saying this during my lives, that this isn't the end game. This isn't the end point. This isn't where we stop fighting. This is when we fight harder. The fight's not over. Just because this ban happened and was passed through Massachusetts doesn't mean it's the end. We still need to fight. We can turn it around. So we all have to do our part.
Absolutely.
If you're not doing your part, then what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Right.
But
sitting on your hands.
That's right. Idle hands, right? The Devil's Workshop. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, you have anything you got coming up on your channel this week?
Wolfstorm, which is with Chris Evanstorm. It's a podcast basically of vaping and football. So there's that. And then there's Wolfbite always going to be on Clown Vape's channel. He's no longer called Clown Vapes, by the way. He's KVTV. So it's going to be on his channel, which is Sundays Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. and then 7 p.m. Central. A lot more advocacy, basically. So, yeah. And Vape Radio. There you go.
Awesome, dude. Sick. Question for you, AV. Are you a hockey fan?
Not really, no.
Oh.
I'm usually football. Usually football and golf is my two.
Those are your two sports, huh?
My two
Oh, yeah.
areas of sports. Yeah.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nope.
Yeah.
Random questions. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
My channel. What do I got? I got this show tonight, and then I got Twitch stream tomorrow morning as usual. I do that every day. And then tomorrow afternoon I have a show that I co-host on, and then after that it's just Twitch streams until next Wednesday. I might do a video this week. I don't know.
Can you just share a pretty bold prediction here?
You could
Pats
try.
will be in the Super Bowl again. Just
Patriots?
Hopefully.
Patriots? Yeah.
saying. Dude,
Hopefully.
like,
I wish we didn't get rid of Antonio Brown, but
I was hyped.
what are you gonna do?
You were hyped?
I was hyped when Antonio Brown was in the Patriots. I was hyped.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. Me too. Me too.
See, I don't follow football very
So
much.
what do you do this full time, Lethal? You do YouTube and Twitch full time?
Pretty much. I'm out of work due to back injuries, so I can't work. So I'm home a lot, and so this helps me to pass some of the time, gives me something to do, and I enjoy it. So yeah, I do this pretty much all my time that I have available. Absolutely.
Nice,
Actually,
nice.
speaking of videos that I might release this week, I recorded the review for the Equitas about a year ago. Completely forgot to edit and upload it. Found it just the other day, and I did that today.
Damn.
A freaking year ago,
dude.
man.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. As soon as I found it, I'm like, I swear to
That's
God,
great.
I uploaded that. But nope, it was in my videos to upload folder. Damn it. Oh, well.
That's funny.
But anyways, we're going to wrap this up, man. AV, thank you so much, Derek, for jumping on with us and being here and sharing your time and your words. I really appreciate
Sure,
that,
man. Thanks for having me on, dude. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime, man. You're more than welcome. Frank, you're a genius as always, man.
Oh yeah. All day, buddy.
All
Oh,
day,
thanks,
bro.
guys.
All day, kid.
Bye.
Brother.
All day,
Thanks, man.
brother.
Thanks for your time.
Hey, no problem, man. Anytime, man. Thanks for having me on.
Dope. Guys, thank you all in chat for the awesome commenting and the questions. We absolutely would not have a show without you guys. Thank you to the Spanners. Thank you to Frank Wolf for doing a part in that as well. Big love to everybody. It's all been real fun. So remember, as I always end the show, guys, remember that you're the master of your own destiny. You're the only one in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative your days are going to be. So remember to keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and let that negative brush off your shoulders. We love you all. From me, Lethal Coils, Frank freaking Wolf, and Derek Ambitionz Vaper. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.
Peace.
Peace.